The Treaty of Paris, also known as the 7-Year War. It was called the First World War because it involved most of the European countries, such as Prussia, Austria, France, Great Britain, and North America, just to name a few. It began in 1756 and lasted until 1763. Many lives were taken from this great battle, 900,000 to 1,400,000. What caused this war, and why were so many lives taken? Great Britain had the 13 original colonies, but they wanted to expand westward. There was a problem, though, because France had territory in Canada. They wanted to expand towards the south, and everything went wrong once they both met at the Ohio River Valley. This made the British colonists furious because they wanted all the territory. France had many troops and more weapons. They also had Native Americans to help. Once Britain struck the French merchant fleet in Canada, this went downhill. It started between England and France. Britain had many enemies. They also had allies, such as Portugal and Prussia. France also had allies besides the Native Americans, such as Spain and Austria. Prussia fought against France because Austria was an enemy to Prussia. While Prussia fought against the French, Britain was getting as many colonies as they could. During the first year, Britain wasn't doing too good because the French had help, of course, from the Native Americans. Britain also had help, but not as much as France did, because the Native Americans did not like Britain, because all they did was take their land and gave them nothing in return. The first battle was led by George Washington. He had only 349 men against 700 Frenchmen. His troops attacked the French without them knowing, which caused him to win the first battle. But an ally that George Washington made killed a French commander. This caused Washington to surrender. The Native Americans abandoned the British due to them killing a French commander. William Johnson defeated the British at the Battle of Lake George, but the British prevented him from moving forward, so he built the Fort William Henry. French commander was forced into the North America, which helped the French control over the Great Lakes. William Pitt The British Secretary of State got all the resources he could to defeat the French in North America and the European continent. He got 23,000 troops in North America, which led to taxes on the colonies. The British were defeated in 1758 at Fort Conerillo. Even though the French were outnumbered, they still lost, causing 2,000 casualties. The British captured Louisburg, which didn't allow French supply lines to flow down the St. Louis River. They also took over Fort Foncillon on Lake Ontario, which cut off some more of the French supply lines. A treaty was signed in 1758 between the British and many other Native American tribes, which they gave away Delaware lands in westward Pennsylvania in return for peace. The French destroyed and left Fort Donelson. The French commander realized that if the British took over, they would be destroyed. In 1759, British troops, led by General John Pindix, took over Fort Niagara, which disconnected the French to eastern Canada and their post of Lake Erie. The French left Fort Conerillo. As the British returned, the French destroyed their Fort Crown Point. Britain has taken control of Lake Champlain and the Hudson River. Britain finally defeated the French heartland. Once Spain heard about what was happening to France, they came to help, but failed. The British got lucky towards the end, and all the battles began to be won by Great Britain. The Plains of Abraham were attacked by James Wolfe troops. The British suffered less than 700 casualties, and France lost more than 1,800 men. They were forced to leave the city and retreat to Montreal. The British General James Wolfe got ruined during the Battle of Quebec. It was fatal to him. France lost, giving Great Britain all of North America, even some of Canada. The French surrendered Montreal, the last stronghold on North America. British Army had 17,500 troops coming from 3 different directions. The treaty was signed on February 10, 1763 by Great Britain, France, Spain, and Portugal.